Sagittarius, lately, have you felt as if the universe is pulling you into an energetic space you can't explain with your mind, can't resist with willpower, and can't ignore no matter how hard you try to appear strong? There are moments when you stand still not because you want to, but because it feels like your feet are touching an invisible boundary. A place where everything that once felt certain suddenly becomes blurry, and every path that once seemed clear disappears from sight. And you find yourself asking, what is happening to me? Why has my path gone dark just when I thought I was finally ready to step into a new chapter? Sagittarius, the sign of free fire, of truth, of endless journeys, rarely fears the dark. You always carry a lantern in your heart, an intuition so strong that most people can't comprehend it. But this time, that light doesn't feel bright enough to guide you. You sense something bigger, deeper, more divine is unfolding, yet you don't know how to move forward. You feel the energy shifting, but you cannot see the opening. And what confuses you most is this: for the first time, you can't rely on your usual optimism to break through. But Sagittarius, there are moments when God doesn't want you to know the path. He wants you to feel it. And that is exactly why you're here, at the perfect moment, in the perfect energy, in the perfect phase. What you're about to hear didn't find you by accident. It's here because your soul is ready for a part of the journey you cannot walk through force, but only through the quiet of faith. So now, make yourself a warm cup of tea or coffee. Sit down comfortably, because the story we're about to step into will be one of the most important messages for the heart of Sagittarius in this season. Shall we begin? SECTION 1T. Sagittarius, perhaps you've never felt your life become as unfamiliar as it feels right now. You, the one who always moves forward, the one who refuses to stand still, the one who carries the fire of truth and discovery, are suddenly placed inside an energetic space you cannot explain, cannot predict, and cannot run from. Lately, have you felt as though everything you once trusted is being put on the scale? Plans you once thought were solid suddenly shake. Goals you've chased for so long begin to blur. Even the dreams you once believed were destiny now feel so distant that you find yourself asking, am I on the wrong path, or is the universe trying to tell me something? Sagittarius is the sign of expansion, of exploration, hope, and big steps forward. You hate limits, you hate confusion, and you hate the feeling of being held back. You need space to breathe, to move, to discover. But right now, something, an event, a person, a closed door, a failed project is stopping you. Not slowing you down, but freezing you in place. And that stillness, that forced pause, is the very thing that hurts Sagittarius the most. You are not defeated, but you're blocked. You haven't lost hope, but you've lost direction. You haven't given up, but you no longer know where to aim your arrow. Sagittarius, what is powerful enough to make the strongest, most optimistic, most resilient sign suddenly feel lost? Maybe it was a sudden shock, a hidden truth, a disappointing conversation, a career path that suddenly turned foggy, an opportunity that slipped away at the very last second, or perhaps a quiet emptiness settling into your heart, even though everything on the outside still looks fine. Sagittarius is a soul that loves truth. You can sense false energy shifts and misalignment long before others do. But strangely, This time, even your intuition feels silent. You don't hear a yes or a no. You only hear a long, cold quiet. And that quiet is not punishment. It is an invitation. The universe is inviting you into a stage of transformation that only signs with a wide enough heart, a brave enough spirit, and a mature enough soul can walk through. And Sagittarius, you are one of the very few. But before a miracle arrives, there is a phase the universe calls the alignment breakdown, a period where everything falls apart so it can be rearranged. That's why you feel directionless. You feel disconnected from your path. You feel like you're being pulled backward, even though you want to move forward. Sagittarius, you are like an arrow pulled tightly backward but not yet released. And that feeling makes you restless, uneasy, even doubtful of yourself. But do you know this? The moment when the arrow is pulled back, the furthest is also the moment right before it flies the farthest? Maybe the impossible challenge you're facing now is not an obstacle, it's the pull. The tension required for you to launch farther, stronger, higher, onto the exact path your soul chose long before you were born. So, what is truly stopping Sagittarius, the sign that refuses to bow, from moving forward? A warning, a sign, a divine correction, or a soul lesson you need before entering your next chapter? We'll go deeper into that in the next section. But before we get there, if this part is touching something inside you, leave a small message in the comments. I trust the Sagittarius path. It's a gentle reminder to yourself and a signal to the universe that you're ready to open your heart. And don't forget to like and subscribe. Just one small action ensures you won't miss any message arriving exactly at the moment you need it most. Take a deep breath, because what you're about to hear next will change how you see this entire chapter of your life. SECTION2WHYGODPLAC. Yay! UEAUFAO. Sagittarius, there is something very few people truly understand about you. You don't live just to exist. You live to seek. You live to expand. You live to discover truths bigger than yourself. Deep inside you is a soul that refuses to stop, refuses to be limited, refuses to settle for anything halfway. So when life suddenly places an impossible challenge in front of you, it hits you differently, not just confusing you, but shaking the very core of your belief system. Sagi, you live through faith more than any other sign. Leo lives through confidence. Aries lives through action. But Sagittarius, you live through ideals, belief, hope, and the philosophy you write for yourself. And because of that, when God wants to upgrade you, He doesn't touch your career, your money, or your relationships first. He touches your beliefs. He breaks the old belief system not because you were wrong, but because you've outgrown those beliefs. There are things you once believed were true that no longer fit your life. There are people you once considered sincere who no longer belong in your circle. There are paths you once thought were destiny that are now too small for the expansion your soul is stepping into. Sagittarius, the truth is this: you are evolving faster than your old life. And the impossible situation God places before you is the tool that breaks outdated frameworks you sometimes hold on to because you believe it's the right thing to do. But God knows that in order for Sagittarius to step into your highest version, You must break through many things: blind optimism, self-imposed limits, hopes no longer aligned with reality paths, too small for your heart beliefs that once kept you standing but are now keeping you stuck. Sagittarius is the sign of movement, but ironically, sometimes you run too fast into a future that isn't even yours. You fire your arrow in too many directions, not because you lack purpose, but because you fear standing still. But God is forcing you to stand still, not to block you, but to redirect you. He wants you to stop running, just to run, stop fighting, just because you're afraid of losing direction. Stop throwing yourself into every possibility without asking one simple question. Is this truly where my soul wants to go? The impossible appears so you can listen, so you can pause, so you can look inward, something Sagittarius often avoids by staying busy, staying forward, staying in motion. But if you're always running, how can God speak to you? If you're always moving, how can He redirect your path? If you believe everything, how can He show you what truly belongs to you? Sagi, you're not being blocked. You're being restructured. The impossible challenge you're facing is the divine reset of destiny. It comes to realign your soul's target so you know the true direction of your arrow, break your self-imposed limits, the beliefs that whisper, I can only go this far, or I'm not worthy of more clear, distorted beliefs, ideas you once thought were truth but were actually wounds in disguise, lead you into a bigger journey, bigger than you imagine, bigger than your logic can comprehend. This is not a test meant to break you. It is a test meant to shape you into the version your soul chose before you came into this life. Sagittarius, you were not born for a small life. You were born to expand, to break through, to overcome the impossible through the fusion of faith and action. And if right now you feel lost, remember this: the universe only lets the chosen ones lose their direction when they are about to be guided toward a greater path. If this part touched your heart, comment, I trust the Sagittarius path. And don't forget to like and subscribe so you never miss the next message crafted for the awakening journey of Sagittarius. We're going even deeper because what's ahead of you is far greater than you think. CCTION 3THE 3 SAGIAT IUSGROUPSATADIAEEISC. Sagittarius, not all of you are walking through the same kind of challenge. Each birth group carries its own layer of energy, its own lesson, and its own form of the impossible that God is placing before you. This isn't to confuse you, it's to guide you toward the exact path your soul has chosen. In this section, discover which group you belong to and which message is opening for you. Read slowly because somewhere in here may be the answer to what you've been struggling to understand. GROUP 1 November 22 November 30. THEREALITIONTESTOFTRUTH and BOUNDA. Sagittarius, born in this first group, you have incredibly strong intuition, yet paradoxically, you are also deeply sensitive to dishonesty. Right now, your challenge isn't about action or career, it's about TRUTH. Something around you is unclear, a vague comment, an action that doesn't align with someone's words, a hidden truth. a secret you can feel intuitively, even though no one admits it. And you keep asking yourself, did I trust the wrong person? Is someone hiding something from me? Am I standing in the right place? This group is walking through a test of personal truth. You are learning to distinguish between what is real and the stories others want you to believe. God is putting you in a situation where the truth must come out. Whether you want it or not, what was hidden will be revealed, and you will need to face it with honesty, boundaries, and emotional wisdom. This is not punishment. This is liberation. Sagittarius cannot live in half light, half shadow. Your soul needs clarity the way fire needs oxygen. And when the truth is revealed, you'll finally understand why the recent confusion had to happen. GROUP2, December 1, December 10. THEDESTIN YDETO URTHETES TOFFINANCESOPPORT UNITIAS and DIRACTION. The second Sagittarius group is experiencing a challenge that feels like you're on the wrong path, but in reality, you're being stopped exactly on time. Perhaps work isn't progressing, finances are stalling, an opportunity you waited for still hasn't arrived, someone who promised to support you suddenly pulled away, a bold plan suddenly seems impossible. You feel trapped between wanting to move forward and being unable to take a single step. And it makes you wonder, what am I doing wrong? Why are my doors closing? Why is everything that once felt easy now ridiculously hard? Sagittarius, in Group 2, you didn't do anything wrong. You're simply trying to walk into a path that is too small for your soul's expansion. God is closing the doors that are not meant for you. He's blocking paths you're choosing only because they feel safe, familiar, or convenient. But Sagittarius was not born for a safe life. You were born to expand. So God is opening a new path, one with greater opportunities, stronger alignment, and deeper purpose. But to see that path, you must accept that the ones being blocked are blocked for a reason. Don't force open a door. Let it redirect you. A destiny shortcut is approaching. GROUP3, December 11, December 21. THEA WAKENINGARRO WTHETESTOFVISIONDREA AMS and PURPOSE. Sagittarius, in this third group, you're going through the deepest test, a test touching your vision and soul mission. There are dreams you once abandoned, ideas that once set your heart on fire, projects you had to pause because of circumstances, a vision you once labeled as unrealistic. But lately, have you felt something awakening, an old idea returning? A past dream coming alive again. An opportunity from the past reopening. This is not coincidence. God is reactivating the destiny arrow you thought had been broken. Group 3 Sagittarius is entering a phase of vision resurrection. You're about to see yourself again, the version of you who once had hope, passion, and a desire to change the world. Your test is this: are you brave enough to believe again? Will you pursue an old dream with a new mindset? Are you ready to step into the bigger mission God is preparing for you? A new direction will appear right at the moment you're close to giving up. That is when the wheel of destiny begins to turn. Sagittarius, which group are you? Group 1, Truth Group 2, Path Group 3, Purposes. Comment your group below to activate your healing energy and let me know where you are on your journey. And don't forget to subscribe so you won't miss the message crafted specifically for your birth date. SECTIA 4 THEL. Sagittarius, if there is one thing God sees in you more clearly than anyone else, it is the heart of a light warrior always wanting to move forward, explore, experience more, go farther, understand deeper. You belong to wide open roads, boundless skies and journeys that others wouldn't dare to take. But because of that strong nature, you are also one of the hardest signs to make stop. And when you refuse to stop, God will make you stop. Not to punish you, but to protect you from your own impatience, your overwhelming fire, and your insistence on pushing forward at all costs. Sagittarius is the sign of action, of adventure, of the optimistic belief that everything will eventually turn out fine. But sometimes it is exactly that optimism that makes you run too fast towards something that no longer belongs to you. Have you ever felt that the more you try, the more chaotic things become, the harder you push, the narrower the road feels, the more you force yourself, the heavier your heart becomes? Yeah. And in this phase of your life, God wants you to learn 3 truth lessons, 3 core truths that will completely shift the way you see life, relationships, and your future. Truth lesson 1: not every direction is meant for you. Sagittarius can see many possibilities at once. You see one path as promising another, as meaningful another, as exciting another, as worth exploring. You see the whole forest when others only see one tree. But the truth is, not every path is meant for you. Not every open door is yours. Not every invitation comes from God. Some paths look perfect, logical, timely, and aligned on the surface, yet your soul doesn't resonate. Meanwhile, some paths feel intimidating, unclear, even scary, but your heart feels something pulling you toward them. Sagittarius, God doesn't guide you through logic alone. He guides you through vibration inside your chest. And your lesson right now is this: don't choose the predictable path, choose the path your soul is calling you to. Truth lesson 2: not everyone you open your heart to is meant to walk with you. Sagittarius is generous. You love deeply, trust quickly, and give without conditions. But during this expansion phase, God needs you to understand not everyone has a heart like yours. Not everyone has good intentions toward you. Not everyone has the strength to walk beside you until the end. Some people come to walk with you for a short distance. Some come to teach you. Some come to test your faith. And some are sent only to leave so you can learn to love yourself more. Sagittarius, the truth may hurt, but it is necessary. Opening your heart is not always the right choice. Sometimes loving the wrong person extinguishes your fire faster than failure ever could. You must choose souls that match your frequency. The right person will not confuse you. The right person will not make you doubt your worth. The right person will not be afraid of your light. Truth lesson 3: not every battle needs your arrow. Sagittarius has a strong warrior instinct. When there is a problem, you want to solve it immediately. When there is injustice, you want to speak up. When there is chaos, you want to fix it. But God wants you to understand some battles require your strength. Some battles require your departure. And some battles require letting God take over. You cannot shoot your arrow at everything. You cannot save everyone. You cannot fix every situation. You cannot carry the weight of other people's wounds. Letting go is not losing. It is trusting. Releasing control is not defeat. It is stepping into a new chapter. When you stop forcing and let God lead, you will witness miracles that human effort alone could never create. The inner upgrade meant for Sagittarius, this phase is not here to extinguish your fire. It is here to make your fire burn in the right direction. And once you pass this lesson, you will receive awakened intuition. You will sense truth before it's spoken. Restored vision, you will know where you're meant to go and why. Stronger faith, not blind faith, but mature, grounded, clear belief. A brighter inner fire, not because you're pushing, but because you're aligned. Sagittarius, this is the transition into your highest self, the version that is not only strong, but wise, discerning, and fully aware of what is yours and what is not. If you feel ready for this lesson, comment, "I trust the Sagittarius path." And remember to like and subscribe to continue this expansion journey that God is preparing for you. Because what's coming in the next part will be the biggest turning point of the entire story. SECT. Sagittarius, if lately you've been feeling like your life is standing right at the edge of something big, a vague yet powerful sense that something is about to happen, then your intuition is speaking loud and clear. Your soul is not imagining it. Your energy is not mistaken. What you're feeling is a destiny expansion. Not every zodiac sign experiences this the way you do. Sagittarius is the sign of truth, vision, purpose, and the path itself. So when God is preparing to send a miracle into your life, He doesn't deliver it gently. He delivers it as a breakthrough, a shift that rearranges the entire architecture of your life, a transition your soul has been waiting for, even when your mind didn't dare admit it. And the signs of this sacred shift are already approaching you. Read slowly. One of these is closer to your life than you think. 1. A significant truth is revealed. Truth is the native language of Sagittarius. That's why God begins your miracle through revelation. In the coming days or weeks, a secret you've sensed for a long time will finally be confirmed. Something hidden will be brought into the light. Someone who stayed silent will speak. A long-awaited explanation will appear exactly when you need it. It might shock you, it might sting, or it might free you instantly. But whatever it is, remember, truth sets Sagittarius free. And this truth is the first doorway into your new chapter. 2. A career or financial opportunity arrives unexpectedly. Sagittarius, when old paths get blocked, it is not failure. It is intervention. And the universe is about to hand you something much bigger, far bigger than what you've been chasing. This may show up as a collaboration invitation, a job offer you never thought you qualified for, unexpected money, a high-value client, a promotion, a financial breakthrough, a new income stream. And the surprising part, this opportunity comes from a direction you didn't expect. Not from where you worked the hardest, not from the path you forced, not from the door you kept knocking on. Sagittarius miracles arrive when you're releasing, not striving. The very moment you whisper, "Maybe I should stop trying," God says, "Now it's my turn." 3. A new path appears the moment you're ready to give up. Sagittarius rarely gives up, but you're not foolish enough to cling forever either. And recently you felt something inside you whisper, "I don't know if I want this anymore." You haven't said it out loud, but you felt emotional fatigue, lost passion, diminished inspiration, no sense of direction, no clarity about the future. And right when you loosen your grip, God will place a new path in front of you, one you never considered before. It may arrive through a sudden idea, a strong, intuitive pull, a chance encounter, a meaningful coincidence, a repeated sign, a long-awaited confirmation. And when you see this path, you'll know instantly. THIS is my road. 4. An apology, an invitation, or a destined message arrives. Sagittarius loves with sincerity. And when someone disappoints you, their silence hurts deeper than any harsh word. But soon something sacred may unfold. Someone who hurt you may apologize, someone who walked away may return to say what you deserved to hear, someone who hesitated may finally make a clear choice, a relationship that felt uncertain may become defined. This is not to drag you back into the past. This is to heal the wound that has been weighing on your heart, the wound that has dimmed your fire without you realizing it. Sagittarius cannot expand if the heart is heavy. God knows this, and He is healing you through this person, this message, or this moment. 5. A massive expansion in vision, career, relationships, and finances. Sagittarius never transforms in just one area. When God upgrades you, He upgrades EVERYTHING. You are entering what is called the destiny expansion, an unfolding where you will feel your vision expanding suddenly. You know where to go, what to do, and what your soul truly wants. Your work evolving stronger, broader, freer, more aligned with who you really are. Relationships shifting, those who remain are meant to stay. Those who leave have completed their soul contract. Finances rising through new opportunities, collaborations, or fresh income flows. Your old identity falling away, a wiser, clearer, more powerful you begins to emerge. Sagittarius, you are entering a chapter your soul prayed for long ago, even if you don't remember it. But God remembers, and He is guiding you to the exact place where you belong at the exact moment you're finally ready. Sagittarius, if you feel the miracle approaching, comment, "I believe in God's plan for me." And remember to like and subscribe so you don't miss the next chapter of the destiny unfolding for Sagittarius, because your expansion journey is only just beginning. Sagittarius, if you've stayed with me until this very last moment, that alone reveals something powerful. Your soul is truly ready to step into the next chapter of your life, a chapter that is wiser, clearer, and more aligned with your sacred Sagittarius nature than ever before. Today's video wasn't just about pointing out the challenges you're facing or the impossible situations God has placed in front of you. It was about giving you a deeper understanding of why everything is happening. You're being guided into a season of expansion, a season only the strong, the experienced, and the honest-hearted can walk into. Remember this.
Not every blocked path is a failure. Sometimes it's God redirecting you so you don't wander off your true mission. Not every ending is a loss. Some endings are simply returning you to the path your soul was always meant to take. Not every wound is meaningless. Some wounds are teaching you who truly deserves to walk beside you. And the impossible never comes to destroy a Sagittarius. It comes to open a door you never imagined you could walk through.
The greatest wisdom you can carry forward is this: Sagittarius is strongest when you trust the journey and release what no longer belongs with you. You don't need to control everything. You don't need to shoot your arrow in every direction. You only need to choose the direction that makes your heart vibrate and let God take care of the rest. If this message touched you, leave a simple affirmation below: I believe in God's plan for me. Just a short sentence, but it can shift the energy of your entire path. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications, because this journey is far from over and the next messages will come exactly when you need them most. Thank you for being here, for listening, for feeling, and for choosing to understand yourself more deeply. I'll meet you in the next video where we continue decoding the signs the universe has been sending specifically for Sagittarius. And always remember, you never walk alone. Your path is divinely guided.